Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Yes, we got to a couple of things that we want to discuss. First thing on the docket is going to be Eboni K. Williams, who is a lawyer. She is also a co-host on a show, late night show, and also she was a housewife of New York. She was recently talking to Iyanla Vanzant. Say Iyanla Vanzant. And she was saying about relationships and what she pretty much does not want to date. And it fell in a discussion about her not wanting to date a bus driver only if that bus driver owned the bus company.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns
No.
it. If he owns the bus,
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem.
So what do you guys think about that?
All here. Mediocre. She didn't want a mediocre relationship.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I got
So I just want to know, how do y'all feel about that?
You can look at it twofold, right? You can look at it like, I want my man to own and have wealth, but you can also look at it like you're missing your blessing, I guess, or you like are being so wrapped up in material things.
I think that it makes, I feel like the way that she went about it or the way that she described it was kind of out of order in terms of what you want in a partner. Like, because you can have a man who owned a company, who got all the money and buy you everything, but he kicking your behind at home. He not coming home because he cheating with other women. Like, I feel like she did not look at the most important, because you can have a bus driver who drive buses and will, one day become more than that, but he respects you.
Right.
He's loyal. He's a good father. He's a good provider.
She provide additional content and details on. Did she unpack what that actually means?
Oh, she just basically said, I don't want the driver, I want the owner. But to your point, that's good, because I'm being real with myself.
Correct.
And saying I will not settle for anything less.
Right.
But I also feel too, she is a woman of a certain age as well. Like, she's in her 40s, I want to say maybe mid to late 40s.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
Talk about it.
Hold it.
Hold
it.
But I'm just saying, like, things are different. Like, maybe she would have accepted the bus driver when she was maybe in her 20s or 30s, but when you're in your mid 40s, late 40s, whatever, then you don't want to accept the bus driver.
But what makes her wrong if she has if she's saying what she wants? This is her heart desire,
Right.
And this is what she's saying. I don't want to go lower than my standards. So what makes her wrong?
Because if I'm thinking, I don't want the bus driver unless he owns the bus company or however she said it, that could mean, like, that could also backfire. Because owning the company could mean
bills.
Correct.
Debt.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
We struggling.
You gotta think about all of it.
Taxes.
Yeah.
Lawyers.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Do you have collision insurance?
You said, just give me a W.
Insurance.
Just give me a W.
Insurance.
And what is the amount on your collision?
What is the coverage?
It is important.
She was also on the Breakfast Club with DJ Envy and Charlamagne.
Back to ownership, Charlamagne. I said ownership is key for me. Why? Not because I'm a bougie bitch. This is not about everybody being a Harvard surgeon. This is about this book right here, Bet on Black. You've read it, Charlamagne. Y'all were at the party. Y'all know what time it is. It's hard to be free in America as a black person when you don't own anything. And I mean that with my fiber and my being.
The reason why she said that again is because she feels like in our community, in the black community, that sometimes we just accept just the bare minimum in people.
That's
That she said, and she kind of also used the example of, our kids bringing, C's and D's with that's a passing grade, but not necessarily something that I should award you on. So why are we accepting those grades when you should be all A's? You see what I'm saying? Great conversation.
Yes, that was good conversation.
Great talk, great conversation. So we're gonna move on to our next topic, which is about the actor Jonathan Majors. I'm sure all of you have heard of him. He starred in Lovecraft Country on HBO.
Yep.
He was on the Netflix movie The Harder They Fall, the Low-Key series, and most recently Creed 3.
Creed 3, that was a good movie.
So all you ladies, especially, and some men too, may have liked that movie.
Right.
That was a good movie. I think it was the best one out of the series.
Yes,
It was really good.
yes, but at the height of his career,
The height.
I mean, he has endorsements, sponsorships. He has been arrested because of domestic violence, alleged. So, what do you guys think about that?
All here.
You got something to say?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
At the peak of his career and all that, when you put these hands on me, you ain't gonna have no career.
Period.
At the end of the day, I'm hoping that it's not true.
Me too.
On his part, as a black man, as any man, I don't want you to put your hand on a female. But at the end of the day, if he has,
But if I'm remembering correctly, didn't she retract what she said?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what the lawyer
Oh,
said.
wow.
But let's remember, the law has now changed where regardless of the victim retracting their statement, the state can then pick it up and press charges.
Okay.
And that's what I think has happened allegedly in this situation.
I wonder why she retracted.
Because she was allegedly lying from what the news reports say.
she might have started.
But let's just say this though. I guess I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. Because he has so many people, same thing with Bill Cosby, is there something bigger that we need to look at when it comes to Jonathan Major? Does he have anger management problems?
Wow.
Was he beaten as a child? Is he going through other things as well? And I'm not, celebrating the abuser, but at the same time, sometimes old stuff and people have changed come up, and then it's just like a trigger.
Yeah, I get that. My thing is, and listen, I grew up in a domestic violence household, so I am not promoting, I'm not saying if he did it, he deserves to face his consequences.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
The flip side for me is you wait until this man is at the height of his career, and now you want to speak up. Like, your feelings weren't hurt last year?
Or no, it just makes it seem like at that moment
That's all.
it's just.
Yeah, like what are you looking for?
But that is the argument. Like, that's like the world argument. Why should victims have to come out on your time?
Correct.
Why can't they wait when they feel confident?
Yeah,
and
sure.
that's what's going on now. Like, don't shame the victim because they waited, because they got the courage finally to say it. It shouldn't matter.
I'm with that.
Do you think that it should matter?
I do think it should. I think it should be considered.
I do too.
So,
I think it should be
I agree.
considered. I think it should be considered because, again, and we talked about this in a previous episode, how I feel about the whole cancel culture. Like, just because the allegation came out, now this man is now losing endorsements.
Yeah.
Just because of an allegation.
Yep.
And I don't think, and we've seen already with other celebrities, once they're proven innocent, they don't get those endorsements back.
They don't.
they
And
don't.
so
They don't.
now as the person, the accuser, do I have the right to go back and sue these women or men who have come out and said, I beat them or I abused them in some way?
I would.
No, because the way the world is set up, the man is going to be wrong forever.
Regardless if he's proven innocent, she's gonna see him as that abuser.
Yeah.
And again, for the record, because I want y'all in my back office, aka DM, saying Barney is pro-abusing. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying it should be both sides should be considered.
I agree.
Right.
Both sides should be considered, and we should not be jumping on this bandwagon of council culture because of an allegation.
Our next topic is about our wonderful and dear Jekalyn Carr. You know how the church people can get, anything that's too tight, too short, maybe a little bit too short, too skinny, whatever, we're going to judge about. So, Jekalyn Carr recently took a picture in front of a horse. She had a very form-fitting outfit on that people did not like. So I'm just trying to understand, and you'll see it on your screen. And I'm trying to figure out, what do you think about that because Erica Campbell did the same thing a few years back, and she got a lot of flack for that.
Body shaming to the highest level. It
Yes,
always
yes.
happens in the Christian church, unfortunately. You can't wear, I remember back in the day, we used to say at the knee or below the knee.
Right.
Like, don't wear anything too tight because we can't see your butt, but the butt is there. So,
It ain't no rule that says if you can be a Christian but you can't be fine.
you can't help it. The girl can't help it.
Hold on, let me take y'all way back.
Come
Those
on.
girls with them skirts down to their knees, they got the most. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Talk about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skirt down here, it came up quicker than those short ones.
What it do?
Quicker. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so don't judge.
Don't
Don't
judge.
Because at the end of the day, it's her soul right, it's her heart right. That's what we looking at.
And we turn away so many people by looking at their outer appearance. Some
Yes,
people just
yes,
don't have it. Some
yes.
people come to church and come for something else, and then the only thing that we're looking at sometimes is what they have on, and that's all they have. You know, I mean, it is what it is.
Because I like to put it on.
We know.
Hey,
I like
and
to
when
put
I
it
put it on, I don't care what I wear, it's there.
It's
You can't change your body, sis.
ain't.
You made it in the image, ain't you?
What you?
I made it his image. Oh, okay. I don't care what I put on. Mother have it.
Mother
Have it. Auntie Tay is just blessed.
Blessed.
I don't care if I have on a long skirt, short skirt, medium skirt. It's there.
That's it.
I think it's there
I
for
mean,
all of us.
Hey,
It
so
is definitely.
you know,
It's
but
definitely
is
there.
my heart right? Am I treating my fellow neighbor right? Am I welcoming people to church?
Yeah.
Am I
Are you
embracing
receiving
you
something?
when you come? At the end of the day, what her outfit has to do with her salvation.
Yeah, and not
And it
even
was
that.
cute. It wasn't revealing.
I like it.
And
I
it's
liked it too.
I don't want no non-sexy Christian.
I'm
They
finna
come
go
out
take me
here.
a horse, an equestrian picture.
I might need
That's
a
all I'm
donkey
saying.
because I know he can hold it. See, they said donkeys carry a lot of things, so I
is this
need
word?
me a donkey.
What?
I need a donkey.
But no,
Yeah,
like
'cause I'm the-
they are people outside of the church. They are
Yes,
people
yes,
outside
yes.
of ministry, and it doesn't diminish who they are. It doesn't diminish their ministry
Right.
by being themselves.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I can probably listen to you a little bit better if it's something to look at.
I
That
swear to
part.
goodness.
Now I'm gonna
That
just say
part.
what everybody don't want to say.
That part.
Y'all was just talking about Jimmy
Jimmy the
Cricket.
Cricket.
What do you want?
Pick one. You gotta
Pick
Make
one.
up your mind.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
at the
right.
end of the day, she cannot help the figure that she has,
Right.
right?
Right.
She just cannot help that. And she should have the freedom to be who she is at her unique self.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And allow her to be. She is young.
Yes.
And even when she gets older, I hope she still stands in who she is.
Absolutely.
True.
Jekalyn, you look good.
You
Wear
look
your outfit.
blessed.
Bless.
You look blessed,
Yes.
Jekalyn.
You look highly favored. in
And we
that
love
Yeah,
your
yeah,
music.
Yes.
Cut.
outfit. Yes.
So moving on to our next subject and last subject. Recently, as some of you know or may not know, Brat, the rapper, and also Jessica Dupart, which is her spouse, wife, they are having a child. And recently, of course, as you can see, Brat is pregnant and she's almost 50 years old.
Yeah.
So,
My Lord.
unfortunately, fortunately, they are pregnant because that's what they wanted.
Right.
But they said that their pool of having a black child was very low, and said that the only person that they were able to select from that were black, Brat said they looked like Jiminy Cricket.
Well,
Y'all know who Jiminy Cricket is? He's not he.
It's a
don't
cricket.
nobody want no baby cricket.
Right. Exactly.
I don't want it.
But
Yes.
guess what? That Caucasian can come out looking like a albino cricket. So,
Or like Winston Churchill.
so what are you talking about? Let's be, just wish for a healthy baby.
That's why I'm gonna say the
Whatever
internet
color
is
you
successful.
chose out the pool,
Yes.
or whatever color you asked that doctor for, let's pray for a healthy baby. Jimmy the Cricket looking good in the mind. We might have to rock Jimmy the Cricket.
Yeah.
But I have seen
I
not
know that.
at least I have seen not less attractive people still have beautiful babies.
True.
True. It's about
I mean,
the
I know some family
line.
members like that.
And then,
I'm not naming anybody.
Family members like that.
Oh my God, today. Mercy.
But
They
still,
ugly.
y'all, still, what we're saying though is, we don't get to know those people until after
Yeah.
that's right.
the look.
Yeah.
The look is still number one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna talk to you
Unless I'm attracted.
unless I'm
and-
attracted.
I mean, we can argue this point all day long.
All
but
day long.
you want to sleep next to somebody that look
That's
that look a little
crickety.
something. Yeah, that's less crickety.
Let's we just like segue a little bit to that fabric missing in that shirt.
Cause that's
Oh,
what
that.
I didn't like it.
Oh.
Just cut the stomach out.
So just to give a little bit of information of what she was referring to, recently this past weekend they had a Lovers and Friends concert in Las Vegas, and the Brat performed. And so she had a Bulls, Chicago Bulls jersey, and there was a hole cut out for her pregnant belly.
Come on, grab my rat waist on my side. Love to watch the ghost share. That needs to hide without restraint. They know just what I want to be.
She should have
She
had
just
on a
wanted
crop
to do a
top.
little peekaboo, you know?
No, she just should have wore a crop top.
Since we
Who
know
am I to judge?
since we know you pregnant.
But y'all
Yeah.
know the Brat has this kind of like, that's her style anyway.
That's true. That's true though.
She wear her hair, she do her braids all different and whatever. And
That's okay.
it was
point is,
fitting. It
I
was
ain't
fitting
like
for
But
her.
this has been some great conversation.
Yes.
These are the hot topics. I hope that you enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
listen, stay tuned. These hot topics are coming to you more. And guess what? I think we're going to start calling them FMZ with B Cal.
Come
Are
on.
y'all ready? The Framily is coming with it. If you want to talk to B Cal, if you want to let him know what's hot and what's not, email us at theframilyagenda@gmail.com and talk to us, and we'll bring it up on the next FMZ episode. Love y'all.
like, share, comment.